I've been feeling so down.
Hey guys, what's up? My name is Nicole, and if you know me, welcome back to my channel, and if you don't, thank you so much for tuning in. In this video, I'm going to be showing you two different techniques for curling your hair. So I'm going to be doing the finger coiling method and the scrunching method. Sometimes I go for the spiraling method when I want my hair to just be super coily, super tight. But I do find that when I do the finger coiling method, my hair does feel a little heavier. It's not as wild, and because I manipulated the curl, it's just not as free flowing. So what I tend to do in my curly hair routines is I try to finger coil around my face and then leave the rest wild. But in this video, I'm going to be showing you both so that you can see it and perhaps you can decide what works best for you. So keep watching and let's get right to it. Okay, so I'm starting off with the Urban Hydration Detangler spray, and I'm going to spray it all throughout and use the Evolve brush to detangle. And next I'm going to separate my hair since I'm going to be doing spirals on one side and scrunching on the next. So now I'm using the Daily Conditioner, leave-in conditioner from Urban Hydration. As you can see, I use it a lot, so I don't have too much in, and I'm going to go in with the brush and start twirling. So literally I just grab it and twirl it with my finger, and I can't really think of another way of how to explain it, but if you just try to mimic what I'm doing on screen, that's pretty much how it goes. So now for the other side, I'm just going to put the product in my hair and just scrunch it up. So just rake the product and scrunch up, and you can already kind of see a difference, so I'm just going to continue repeating that all throughout. Alright guys, so I just did the finger coiling method on this side, I did the scrunching on this side, but if I were to let my hair just dry out like this, I'd look like Tarzan. It'd be just straight down, and that's not what I want, because now since all of my hair is just styled this way, that's exactly how it would dry. So I'm using the Urban Hydration setting cream to just add a bit more hold to my hair, and I'm not going to rake the product into my hair. I'm just going to scrunch on both sides. And even though I'm scrunching on top of the spiral finger coiling method, it's still the finger coiling method, because the difference is just that in this side I didn't finger coil and I just straight up scrunched, and on this side I spiraled, and I'm just scrunching for more volume. So I'm just gonna do this, and you probably saw that I started going, I don't even know what this is called, but I started doing this on the top of my scalp, and it's because what I want is for my hair to be voluminous and for it not to be super heavy. So I find that every time I do this, it just dries up a lot better. But I'm gonna actually flip my hair upside down so that I can allow my curls to dry up wherever they please, versus like this, because this is how I place them. This is pretty much it, and you probably don't see the difference right away, but you'll totally see it once it dries. Now that everything is done, I'm just gonna let it air dry for 30 minutes, and then I'm gonna diffuse it, and then I'll come back and you'll be able to see the difference between the finger coiling and the scrunching method. Alright guys, so I am back, and I don't know if you can tell just by looking at it, but I sort of can, especially in this section. So this was the section that I spiraled and I finger coiled, and if you look closely, you'll see that a lot of these curls are extremely defined, very, very coily. Then when you look on this side, you'll see that some kind of naturally coiled, but at the same time, they're just not as defined as this section of my hair. As far as volume, you notice how here, because it's not finger coiled from the root here, there's a lot more volume. And then here it's kind of like curly, kind of like drops down. I mean, I could tease it and that's gonna help kind of square it and pair it or whatever. And honestly, I love the finger coiling method. It's just that sometimes it's not as big as I want it to be. Although in this case, I think because I was so quick with it and I didn't really concentrate in making it super, super defined, it looks good and it's also voluminous. But most times I'm like in a rush and I'll just kind of go with this section. But yeah, so this was it. I would definitely recommend doing the finger coiling method if your curls are heat damaged, or if you find that your curls aren't curling the way they did before. You'll see a huge difference. I know that when my hair was color damaged, I finger coiled my hair and it made me feel a lot better seeing that they still had that bounce to them. And then, you know, finger coiling does take some time if you do it all throughout your hair, but it's really not that bad. And that's a wrap. Thank you so much for watching. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Bye!